troublemaker coming in the door right here, I tell you.
And then tonight, if you would drop this off with me, that would be much appreciated. And then,
Hi there.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, thanks.
are you a guest tonight?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, and if you do, there's a Sharpie if you grab it.
Okay.
Sharpie, you can see it.
Thank you.
That was fun. What's going on here too? Hey, mess up my hair and put my hat on. I had fun outside. But I forgot. Man, I had fun. I just filmed it and
Oh, could you please respect 6 feet? You're not wearing a mask. Thank you so much. Please, sir, please respect 6 feet. I'm not bothering you. I'm in a public building. I'm not harassing you. I'm not interacting with you. Please don't. He was trying to charge me without a mask on. So we gotta vote on Texit.
hey, girl, what's going on? Outside fine. You're protesters. Fun time.
The Denton County GOP precinct chair, so he's also the leader of the Texas Nationalist Movement, the local chapter, and so he's using his privilege, access to the building. There was no application filed through Commissioner's Court to use this building for this purpose, so they are getting special privilege to use this building without approval of the Commissioner's Court, even though it's a taxpayer building. So what this petition is for is to have a vote on the ballot, on Texas secession. So 3%ers are coming in the building now. The 3%er that I identified earlier is approaching the building now. What's she doing in here? That's what that lady said. What's she doing in here? I pay taxes here. That's what I'm doing in here. It's too late. They all know who I am.
Just informed that we do have this building reserved. It's a private meeting, so I am going to ask you to leave the inside of the building.
But I checked, and there's no request through Commissioner's Court, and there was no official request put in through the court.
We reserved it through the Denton County Elections Administration.
I called through Denton County.
I don't want to.
My name's Jessica.
Jessica.
They don't have a permit either. They don't have an approval through Denton County Commissioner's Court either.
I'm going to ask you to leave.
So I just want to clarify. They don't have approval through Denton County Commissioner's Court to have an event here. You don't have an approval through Denton County Commissioner's Court.
I don't have to have permission through the commission.
They do. Why aren't you asking them to leave?
I'm asking you to leave.
Why don't you ask them to leave? If I have to leave, they should have to leave. They don't have permission to be here.
One of the gentlemen is our precinct.
I know, and he's abusing his power to host this meeting right now without approval from Denton County Commissioner's Court. What if I told you that yesterday before I came, what if I told you that yesterday, can I just say this? I want to say this. What if I told you that yesterday before I came, I called Denton County Commissioner's Court and recorded the conversation with the aide to the court, and I asked her to outline the process for this event. And she told me that this event, like all events, have to go through Commissioner's Court for approval. And I have an audio recording of that. So when I play this back and y'all are kicking me out of a public building I pay taxes for, and you kick me out, and yet you're letting fascists stay. Look at you. I'm surrounded right now by all of you with no masks.
It's like you came and you surrounded
I'm not surrounding you, ma'am. I have a wall behind me, and you're surrounding me.
Asking you to leave.
You're asking me?
Ask the constables to remove you from the
You don't have a right. This is a public meeting. It's open to the public. I have a guest card. I have not disturbed anyone. I have stood over there silently. I have not engaged with anyone. I've asked people not to engage with me. I'm a member of the press. I'm with the radio.
Can you see your press badge?
I don't need a press badge, ma'am. Can you please back up away from me and give me 6 feet? You're not even wearing a mask. Give me 6 feet. I have a wall behind me. Sir, can you please ask them to just take 2 steps back? Take the 2 steps back. Sir, I'm allowed to be here. Are you telling me it's against the law for me to be here? This is not a public building? I know you haven't said anything. This is a public building. I have not disturbed anyone. You do not. You do not. It's an open public meeting. It says so on your website. It says on your website it's a public meeting. You have guest badges. Look, guest badge. I signed in as a guest. I have not disturbed anyone. I have not done anything, ma'am. You cannot make me leave. This is a public building.
Who are you trying to convince?
I'm not trying to convince anyone. The truth is the truth. I have not done anything. I have stood over there. I have minded my business. I have been respectful. This is a public building. I have a right to be here. I will not leave. No, but you may keep 6 feet away from me without a mask on, you bioterrorist. I'm not harassing you. I'm walking away from you. I asked you to give me space. You're following me around. Please go away. Please go away. I'm not engaging with you. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Right.
Denton County Commissioners Court.
Hi, I was trying to find out, I was looking online at the different facilities at Denton County buildings that citizens can use for like public events. And I was hoping to put something together, but I didn't exactly know where to start.
Okay, what building were you interested in?
The Election Administration Building on Kimberly.
Okay, so if you are wanting to use any of the county facilities, there is a 30-day, you need to have your notice in for 30 days before the event. Your request, there is a $250 refundable security deposit. There is a $25 an hour rental fee. And then if it's after hours, there is a security fee, which is $150 cash, and that's for the first 3 hours, and it's $50 an hour for any hour over 3.
Okay. The information that you provided me, that would all apply to the Elections Administration Building. We would need to go through that process.
All building use requests go through us because it does have to have Commissioner's Court approval on them.
Okay.
All right, well, we'll be in touch.
Okay, and I'm sorry, what was your name?
Teresa.
Teresa, thank you so much, Teresa. I appreciate you.
No problem. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good to see you.
Oh, Judge Johnson.
Jim Johnson.
Nice to see you. Are you here to sign the petition for Texas exit?
I'm a judge, and so I don't take positions on issues. I uphold the law, protect and defend the Constitution.
Okay.
That's what I'm all about.
So you're not here to sign the petition?
I'm here to support the Republican Party, and this is our executive committee meeting.
Okay. But are you going to sign the petition?
I'm not. A judge
Okay.
isn't permitted to sign a petition.
That's what I thought, yeah. I just wanted to clarify. Thank you, sir.
No, you're welcome.
Look, Denton County Sheriff Tracy Murphy in the flesh. Run it. Denton County Sheriff Tracy Murphy. Murphy, can I get a quote from you? Can I get a quote from you? Sure. So, I called yesterday to the Denton County Commissioner's Court, and I had them clarify the process for legal building uses for public events here in Denton County. And they, of course, informed me that everything has to go through the Commissioner's Court. They have to apply and everything, you know. So then, you know how they make the agendas online and everything, where you can view them. So I searched, and of course, there's no request for approval for the Texas Nationalist Movement to be here in this building, using it for the petition signing that they are. Okay. And then, because I'm here covering it, and I'll have you know, I have done my very best to stay away from people and not, I really am, because no one's wearing a mask. Like, I'm doing my best. I understand. But so I was accosted and surrounded and told I had to leave, at which point I said, well, this is a public event you're having here. It says it's open to the public. I have not disrupted anything. I've really gone out of my way not to. I definitely don't want to be in your jail. You know. But so my question is, they tried to make me leave. I asserted my rights and said, no, I have a right to be here. I'm not causing a problem. It's a public event. However, this event, and the reason that I'm covering it, is not approved through the Commissioner's Court. So what role can you play, or what authority do you have to allow this Texas National Movement to be here without approval of the court?
You know, Jessica, I think the complaint would have to be made to the Commissioner's Court. And then, because it's not a law, it's a county policy.
Well, it's trespassing. They don't have permission to use the property.
Well,
so can I just show up and hold a petition signing anytime I want in a county building without approval of Commissioner's Court and know that you're not going to arrest me for trespassing?
well, it depends. I mean, it depends on the circumstances, and I don't know that they haven't. I mean, I don't know.
It seems like an abuse of power, in my opinion.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you're not going to enforce a trespassing ordinance, even though they don't have approval to be here.
Well, it's like I said, he's part of the group who does have permission to be here, and
but he's not operating.
This is a
if you look
public
at
open
his
event. This is a
if you look
public
at
open
his,
event. This is a
if you look
public
at
open
his,
event.
At least I got you on film agreeing that I have the right to be here, that no one can make me leave as long as I'm being
If it's open to the
respectful.
public, you absolutely have the right to be here.
That's what I thought. I appreciate you clarifying
As
that.
long as you're not disrupting.
Absolutely not. I've done everything in my power not to, because I just want to capture what's going on.
The Constitution applies to everybody. The Constitution applies to everybody. The Constitution applies to everybody.
Well, it's on our kids' calendar. You have releases from these people?
Whoa, sir, whoa. Please don't get up on me. You're not wearing a mask. Please don't. Respect 6 feet. I'll be glad to step somewhere else as soon as he moves. I'm in a public building, sir. There's security footage of you right now. Jesus. Oh, look, Tracy Murphy talking to a 3%er. So this is the same, this is the 3%er that got out of his truck right next to me, and he's having a kind conversation with Denton County Sheriff Tracy Murphy. Oh, look how quick he walked away in the middle of his conversation. Look how confused he looks. Look how confused he looks because the sheriff walked away. Look how he's running away from him. He doesn't want me to film him talking to him. He does not want me to film him. He is like the sheriff literally just walked away in the middle of the conversation. The look on that guy's face was amazing. Amazing. And he's avoiding them so much right now. Thank you, Bethany. Yeah, they are. He said, see, he just told him, I'll get with y'all later. So the sheriff just told those guys he'll get with them later. He didn't want me to film him talking to 3%ers. So again, this is Timothy Curtis. He's turning his back to me now. This is Timothy Curtis, Denton County GOP precinct chair, exploiting and abusing his power to occupy space in a county building to host a petition signing for the Texas Nationalist Movement, a fascist organization, which he is also the local leader of. He is gathering signatures for a petition.
The state of Texas should reassert its status as an independent nation.
They really don't want me to hear what's in that petition. Okay, I'm going to see if I can go inside and not get accosted again. If you haven't yet, be sure to get a screenshot. The 3%er dude is in the GOP meeting. Right here. Yeah, I've got him screen. I'm zooming in on him right now, am I not? Isn't that Michael Burgess right there, Michelle? Oh, Andy Eade is here, Denton County Commissioner's Court Judge. I want to talk to him. Absolutely.
Did you get me?
Yes. Judge, I'd love to talk to you when you have a minute.
Did you get me?
Running away from me as always.
I'll wait back.
Running away from me as always.
I see you every day on Facebook.
Oh my God, I'm in between two non-maskers. Gross. So that was Denton County Judge Andy Eads, who is over the Denton County Commissioner's Court. And that's where all requests for public events are supposed to have to go through is him. And he is refusing to talk to me. So this is, again, Andy Eade here at this event without a mask. He does not look happy to see me. I would imagine not. Who wants to bet he's not really on the phone? So again, Denton County Judge Andy Eads at a large super spreader event without a mask.
And you will step forward and we'll get started. And then, when we're through with that, Judge Joe Holland will come up and lead us in Texas Archives.
Good, I'm well, thank you.
Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight in a world that is being pushed to its limits with pandemics, mandates, loss of our religious freedoms, our medical choices, and our privacy. Some have lost loved ones and we miss them dearly. Many are struggling in the hospital to survive. Some have been laid off by their employer. Many have had to close their businesses due to social restrictions. Our troops are being deployed to a foreign country with enemies. We've lost our faith in our elections process. We have an invasion at our border. The chaos in the world continues. We can easily become tired and weary, yet you remind us to put on the armor of God. We are to cast our worries, anxieties, and fears at your feet. We pray that you are always with us, Lord, with your omnipresence. Let every precinct chair and volunteer continue to be good stewards. Lord, I pray for every elected official and peace officer. Please help them to make decisions based on truth and light, and that we always steer away from temptations. Jesus, wrap your protective arms around our military. And Heavenly Father, forgive us for our sins, and guide us, each and every one of us, everywhere we go, to go forward with grace and to help heal this world. In your name we pray. Amen. Amen.
If you'll turn to page 1 in your hymnal. Texas, Our Texas, the best state song according to John Philip Sousa. I want you to sing it loud enough that Republican lawmakers in Austin can hear you, and that Democrat vacationers in Washington, D.C. can hear you.
Texas, our Texas, all hail the mighty state. Texas, our Texas, so wonderful, so great. Boldest and grandest, withstanding every test. Oh, empire wide and glorious, you stand supremely blessed. God bless you, Texas, and keep you brave and strong, that you may grow in power and worth throughout the ages long. God bless you, Texas, and keep you brave and strong, that you may grow in power and worth throughout the ages long.
We're getting better and better at this. Good job.
Of somebody changing their address.
I just counted 150 people.
To help get our voter rolls cleaned up. So at this time,
150 people are in the room.
The office you hold are running for and your name. Stand up and just say hello to someone you do not know well.
Sorry, I'm just trying to keep distance because you're not wearing a mask.
Are you interested in our party?
No. I'm apolitical right now. I am just here documenting. Well, she's back.
Is this getting boring yet?
Now, I wish you would quit being so disruptful, though. It's so rude. Why are you being so disruptful?
This is so much fun. You can get this.
I'm just doing my job, ma'am. Leave me alone. I'm just doing my job.
We'll proceed on. So at this time, we're going to go into executive session. And so the people who can stay in executive session will be precinct chairs, precinct chair applicants, your assistants, elected officials, candidates, DCRP officers, committee chairs, subcommittee chairs, and Republican guests. So everybody else will be asked to leave the room. Assistant precinct chairs will stay. Sergeant at Arms, can you remove anybody that's not one of the above?
So when do I come back in? No, when do I come back in?
Are you a precinct chair?
No, I'm just asking when I do come back in.
After the executive session.
Okay, thank you. Will y'all give a cue outside the door?
The door is open.
No, I said when it's done, will you give a cue outside the door?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate you. So what I want to point out to everyone is that right now, Congressman Burgess is speaking during this supposed closed session. So what is supposed to be a public event, they have kicked me out of the room so that I can't hear. They claim that it's during an executive session, which means they're not voting on anything. It was just a ploy to get me out of the room. Because as you can see, Congressman Burgess is speaking, and this is supposed to be a public event. I think I'm gonna walk back in.
I'm sorry, we're in executive session?
Oh, but the congressman's speaking.
But we're still in executive session.
Oh, watch your. Can I have a copy of the agenda to see when the executive session ends?
Okay. Let me see if I can get it for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
So this woman here, I'm supposed to leave this woman here who's serving food as an assistant precinct chair. So they're talking to the sheriff right now, and I've already got him on camera saying I have to be allowed in, so they're gonna tell him I have to come in. So I'm looking at the agenda here. It doesn't say anything about a closed session on the agenda.
Okay. When she announced it?
Sir, please don't put your face in my face.
Oh, okay. When she announced it, it's like she's the chairman, she can make that decision.
This is a public meeting.
But we have this room reserved.
It's a public meeting. It says it's open to the public.
But we have this room reserved.
I'm the only one who had to leave.
Okay. Because you're not a precinct chair.
Neither is everyone in the room. I'm glad to talk to the sheriff if you want him to come talk to me.
Oh, sure. Okay, well, yeah. Step up here.
Sure. It's not it's a public meeting, sir. Y'all just said it was closed session to make me have to leave. There's nothing on this form that says anything about a closed session. The sheriff already told me it's a public event and I have a right to be here. I'm the only one you made leave the room. Not everyone in that room is a precinct chair. I know they're not, because there's other people in that room wearing a name tag that says guest, just like mine. So why was I the only one made to leave?
Somebody will be with you in just a second.
I'll tell you what, I'll go inside, and the sheriff can make me leave if he wants to, sir.
Stop.
The sheriff can make me leave.
That's enough. Step back.
Sheriff Murphy, come tell me why I'm not allowed to be in this room. I have a right to be in this room like everyone else. It's a public meeting in a public facility that my tax dollars pay for. I'm happy to stand in there quietly and document. I have a right to be in that room. It's not a closed session.
They have made it a closed session.
They cannot do that, sir. No, they cannot. Under what rule?
Under their rules,
Sir, it's a public event.
they have gone into an executive session.
Really? Then why are there other people in there with guest tags on? Why was I the only one made to leave?
Don't know the answer to that.
Sir, because they're lying. It was just a ploy to make me leave. Congressman Burgess is in there making a speech right now that is supposed to be a public speech. He is a congressperson. And you're telling me I don't have a right to go in there and document it?
I'm telling you, the people who have...
This is not a private room. No, sir. They didn't rent this. I already pulled the records. They didn't rent this room. This is a public building that my tax dollars pay for.
Yelling's not going to get...
Sir, I'm going in that room. You going to arrest me? You going to arrest me? Are you going to arrest me? Yes or no? I'm going in that room. Make your choice right now. You make your choice. Tell me, am I under the threat of arrest if I go in that room?
These people have asked you not to go in there.
Sir, they don't have a right to do that. It's a public meeting.
They have made it a private meeting now.
Because I'm here, that is not allowed.
They can go to executive session.
They're not in executive session. It doesn't even exist. It's not a thing. It says public meeting. There are other people in that room with a guest name tag on. No, you make your choice. Tell me right now. Are you going to arrest me for going in that room? I am going in that room. And if one of those officers put their hands on me, I'll sue the fuck out of you and them because they have no lawful order to touch me.
Get in line.
Yeah, get in line because you're such a stand-up dude, right?
I understand.
You're fucking lying. Those are not the rules. I will cuss you. I have a First Amendment right. You told me earlier you're all about the Constitution.
That's right.
What about my constitutional rights right now?
They've gone to executive session.
No, they have not.
That's what they
Then
told
why
me.
are there other people in there with guest name tags on?
I don't know the answer to that.
They can't do an executive session for a public meeting.
Then sue them.
Public meeting. I'm going in that room. Yes, I am. Yeah, I am.
No.
Excuse me, sir. I'd like to go. Don't put your fucking hands on me. If you fucking touch me again, dude, what's your fucking name and badge number?
Sergeant Larry Dean.
Badge number.
2 2425.
Name and badge number.
Joshua Moisten, 2887.
Please get out of my way. This is a public building.
No, ma'am.
This is a public building.
Not moving.
You told me, I have you on film. You told me 30 minutes ago. This is a public space. I have a right to be here. I have not done anything. No, sir. That meeting was posted as a public meeting.
And they've gone to executive?
No, they have not. They can't just say, oh, it's not public anymore.
Yeah, they can.
No, they can't because they didn't reserve the space.
Then sue them.
I'm not going to sue them. I'm going to stand up for my rights right now. So what I want to know is, you're using your cops to serve as lynchmen for the Denton County GOP. They don't work for Denton County. They work for you. They do what you say and what the GOP says.
They do what I say.
Yeah, they do what you say. You don't get to just make up the law as you go along and decide that all of a sudden a public event is a private event.
They decided that, not me.
They can't do that.
Then sue them.
I don't want to sue them. I want to go in the room because it's my right to do it and document what's going on in that room.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Why did you tell me it was earlier then?
Because it was a public meeting then.
It was always a public meeting.
Then you got...
They didn't apply to use this room. There's no record of them getting approval from the Commissioner's Court to use this room for a private event.
Complain to the commissioner.
I've been to these meetings before, and they're public all the way through. I have never been made to leave. They're just mad because I'm documenting.
I don't know why they're mad or what they're doing.
It doesn't matter what you know or don't know. Your opinion really means shit, Murphy. What you're doing right now is you're using your fucking deputies as lynchmen for the GOP. And I hope you stand behind it, because you know everybody's gonna fucking see this. Shut the fuck up, you fucking idiot.
I don't care who sees it.
I know you don't care, because you get away with murder, right?
Oh, yeah.
You do.
How's that?
I'll tell you what, Murphy, since I got your full attention, how about I stand out here and talk to you right now? Why did your department cover up the murder of Lamont Stowers Jones?
You don't know anything about that.
I don't know anything about that, really, because I have every report, every call log, every note ever filed through your office, and I know this. I know this. I know. Oh, your buddy? Ranger Barnes, who now works at UNT, who was removed from the Texas Rangers like you because he got caught being a fucking thug? Because he's a murderer like you?
That's a lie.
You're a murderer.
You're a liar.
You covered up the murder of Lamont Stowers Jones, just like your department, or working with Barnes, helped cover up the murder of Darius Tarver. It's funny, huh? You think Darius Tarver's death is funny?
No, it's not. It's trash.
Then why are you laughing?
Because you're an idiot.
I'm an idiot? Yeah. You know what you are? You're a fucking thug.
You're a fucking idiot.
You wear a white hat just like the clutchers that came before. You're mad. Look how mad you are. You're fucking mad. You can hardly control yourself. Yeah, you killed your wife too.
Get the fuck out of here.
No. You can't make me. Don't you fucking touch me. Get the fuck off of me. I'm in a public space. No.
Go.
Time to leave.
Go.
Let's go.
Go.
I'm in a public space. You told me I could be here. You can't make me leave just because you don't like what I say.
Go.
You can't change the law just because you don't like what I say.
You're yelling. You're disturbing.
I'm not
yourself.
yelling.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
You didn't tell me to leave till I accused you of killing your wife. You're just doing it because you're mad. I haven't killed anybody. Never been accused of it either.
Neither have I.
You have too.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, you have.
I have.
I've talked to several deputies who worked under you, and they know you killed her. You got an alcohol problem. You got a drug problem too. You were driving that cart drunk when you knocked her off and she hit her head. You can't kick me out just because you don't like what I have to say. You don't get to change the laws just because you're mad. You are not judge, jury, and executioner here. Take 3 steps back from me, Sheriff. You're not wearing a mask, and you are within inches of me. That is a threat to my safety. You take 3 steps back. Fuck you.
You're spewing COVID droplets, ma'am.
I'm wearing a mask, dumbass.
They can travel 27 feet according to Dr. Fauci.
You mad, huh? Yeah, you're mad. You're real mad.
I've never seen it.
Oh, I have. I know you're a murderer. I know you killed your wife, and you used your power as a ranger to cover it up, which is why you got demoted and lost your job as a ranger. I know that you're now the sheriff of Denton County, and you covered up the murder of Lamont Stowers Jones. I know that you do not care at all about individual freedoms and liberty. You think you're judge, jury, and executioner. You're just like the Ku Kluxers that came before you wearing a white hat. Yours just isn't as pointy, dude. Nobody's afraid of you.
I'm not afraid of you.
Then why are you fucking getting up on me trying to intimidate me?
I'm standing right here in a public place too.
You just charged me.
No, I didn't.
Well, yes, you did. We were standing over there. You just charged me, and look what's behind me. A fucking wall.
Yeah, 3
You're nothing
feet
but a
behind you.
fucking thug.
You're a thug. No,
You're a fucking thug. That's all you are.
You're just an agitator who nobody cares
I came here and stood quietly.
Nobody cares about what you have.
Oh, now I'm an agitator. I came here earlier and interviewed you. I was quiet. I didn't disrupt. And then they wanted to pull some bullshit to kick me out. I have a right to be here like anyone else, dude.
Right here, fine. You stay right here.
Right, you just get to make the rules up as you go along because you're a fucking thug. You think you're judge, jury, and executioner. Why wouldn't you? You've already gotten away with murder.
You're welcome here.
Of course you think you can do anything you want. You get to cover up murders and murder your wife and nobody does anything about it. Maybe you should lay off the bottle. You know? Have you done that yet? Have you stopped drinking, Murphy? Have you been able to kick it yet?
What about you and your drug problem?
My drug problem? What drug problem do I have? Tell me about it.
No, I know all about it.
Tell me about it. What drug problem do I have?
Tell me about my drinking problem.
Oh, you did have a drinking problem. I did.
How do you know that?
Because you were drunk when you threw your wife off the back of that golf cart and her skull got crushed. Maybe you should listen to your friend. Maybe you should listen to your friend. I do know what I'm doing. I'm demanding my rights.
She's an agitator.
Right. I've been so agitated the whole time I've been here until you tried to take my rights away from me. What you're not used to is people sticking up to you. You think I'm going to cower and be afraid of you? Take me to your jail, motherfucker. I'll be out in 15 minutes.
It may take a little longer than that.
Oh, are you saying you would abuse your power to keep me in jail longer? That's what it sounds like to me. Sounds like you're threatening me to abuse your power to hold me in jail longer than I should be there.
15 minutes?
I mean, bail bondsman's watching right now, ready to go, honey.
That's fine. It takes more than 15 minutes. That's all.
Okay, 30.
Okay, maybe 30.
Maybe 30. Okay. Great. So let's talk about my supposed drug problem, Murphy. I've explained how your alcohol problem led to the death of your wife.
People told me.
People told you what?
Just like they told you that I have a drinking problem.
Oh, well, I heard from your deputies. Who did you hear about my drug problem from?
That's none of your business.
Oh, see, it's not tit for tat. Let's talk about how Denton County deputies keep showing up at my house for supposed 911 calls and trespassing on my property. 2 times. 2 times. Just because you didn't log the first one doesn't mean it didn't happen. Let's also talk about how you used your power to deny me an open records request. Oh, you don't want to talk to me anymore? I can't imagine why. I'm staying in this building. I know you don't care. So, for that, I get to stand out here and talk to y'all. The only thing I want to know, officer, is why can't you take your hand off your taser? Are you trying to intimidate me? Because let me tell you, it's not going to work. I don't know if you figured that out already. What precinct chair are y'all? I'm just curious, what precinct chair are you? How long have you been a precinct chair? Oh, you're not. You're a guest. Oh, you're a guest too. So that whole bullshit about the executive session that guests have to leave was actually bullshit. Thanks for proving that, because y'all just walked out of the room with your guest badges on. So I really appreciate you coming out and proving that. That's right. You're not a precinct chair or even an assistant one. Yet you were allowed to stay in that room, which means that whole closed session thing was bullshit.
We don't want to talk, honey.
I bet you don't. Yeah, you wouldn't want to be helping me call them out for lying.
But I did offer you to eat earlier.
You did, but do you have a food handler's permit?
Huh?
You have a food handler's permit?
No, I don't.
Yeah, so you're breaking the law and also probably passing around COVID. So why would I want to eat food when you don't have a food handler's permit?
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you should be. People are going to get COVID tonight. Our Congressman Burgess is out here. Excuse me, sir. You're closing it? What do you mean you're closing it? Are you preventing me from leaving the building? Sir, now he's blocking the door again. What's your name? I'll stand here all night and get your face. What's your name? Yeah, wow, so Congressman Burgess comes with henchmen. Look at that. He comes with his own henchmen. So this man is preventing me from leaving the building. He will not move. Look. See? Open it. I'm gonna go get a space. Keep me from going. What's your name, coward? Looks like Sheriff Murphy's having a pretty bad day. So see, you've got 2 deputies out here in the parking lot. Y'all working overtime? No, just on your beat? So Denton County taxpayers are paying you just to stand around in a parking lot then? That's what we're paying you to do? Don't y'all patrol or something? Oh, okay. So for a private event, this is a private event. It is. So you're working.
It's a public event to my knowledge, and this is a public place, and it's.
Oh, it is? But you said you weren't hired for this event. You're just doing your regular patrol. Okay. Just hanging out in a parking lot. Denton County Sheriff's deputies. Tax dollars hard at work. What's your name and badge number? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Tony what? Salistano. And what's the badge number? 3167. And you, sir? Matthew Lucas. 3853. I appreciate y'all. Y'all keep up the hard work.
Yes, ma'am. You have a good night.
All right. Public event, they say. Hey. How was the Klan meeting? Oh. Enjoy the Klan meeting, Tim? No different than mine, right? Ma'am, are you okay? Are you threatening me right now? What are you doing? What in the hell is wrong with you? I'm not doing anything. You came here swinging your purse at me? What the hell is wrong with you? What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? What the fuck is wrong with you? License plate number GCX 3211. Yeah, I'd hide my face too, coward. The Klan used to hide their face too. I don't need your permission. You're in public, dummy. Bye. Toodles, ta-ta. See you later, alligator. In a while, crocodile. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split ya. Denton County deputies keep showing up at my house for supposed 911 calls and trespassing on my property 2 times. Do you remember when I called the sheriff out for sending deputies to my house to harass me? And I said twice, and he goes, once. He didn't dispute the fact that he did it. He just said it